Hey there, Parker Reed here, and welcome to PR Media, your home for all things physical media through my eyes. And today we have a 4K review of the latest film in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. It's Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. Queen Ramonda, Shuri, M'Baku, Okoye, and the Dora Milaje fight to protect their nation from the intervening world powers in the wake of King T'Challa's death. As the Wakandans strive to embrace their next chapter, the heroes must band together with Nakia and Everett Ross to forge a new path for their beloved kingdom. Going into this review, I've seen Black Panther Wakanda Forever one time before. That was in IMAX on opening night, and for what it was, I really enjoyed it. I understand all the difficulties they had to go through in order to make this movie. The death of Chadwick Boseman threw this movie through a loop, and it really caused a ripple effect through the entire storyline of this movie, and understandably, he is the titular character. He was the Black Panther, so to have to go in and rework that after a lot of it has already been ideated, that was a difficult task, but I thought that they lived up to it pretty well, and for what it's worth, I enjoyed Wakanda Forever. And yes, it didn't come out unscathed. I thought the storyline was pretty messy. Some of the elements didn't work for me, and it was a bit too just dour and depressing for a sequel to it. The original Black Panther, it just didn't hit as hard as the first one did. The first one was a little bit tighter, a little bit shorter, and the message was a little bit stronger, but I understand where they were coming from. And overall, this is one of the better movies in the latest phase of the MCU. I enjoyed it for what it's worth, and I was excited to watch it on 4K this time. But what did I think of that 4K transfer? Let's find out. If you decide to pick up Black Panther Wakanda Forever on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray in the United States, there are 3 different versions to pick from. There's 2 steelbooks at Best Buy that I think are a little bit gaudy, a little bit overdone, and I just didn't pick up either of them. And then you have the standard edition slipcover we see here. On the front we have Shuri and the gang from the film, and overall I think it's a good cover, although it's a bit lazy, and I don't think it's as strong as it could be. And on the back we have some information about the movie, its technical specs, as well as what special features are offered. And know that there are no special features on the actual 4K disc itself. Here's what the spine looks like. Then when you take off the slipcover, the case itself looks exactly the same as its slipcover counterpart. And on the inside we have a nice looking 4K disc and then a plain old Disney blue on the left. For visuals on Black Panther Wakanda Forever, we have native 4K, and this is a beautiful picture, although it does get a bit too dark at times. Before we get into the picture on this disc itself, a lot of people are asking, well, why would I buy the 4K disc if I can just watch it on Disney Plus? Because Disney Plus does have Dolby Vision. Disney, for whatever reason, doesn't want to put Dolby Vision on their physical discs, and then also it has the enhanced IMAX ratio on the Disney Plus version, and that's going to be a big thing for some people, so you will get a little bit more picture during certain scenes. But overall, it's not used that much, but that is going to be a selling point for some people. But this disc, I think, looks a bit better than the stream does. Sometimes the stream, it gets a bit too dark and a bit too gloomy. And while that's the cinematography of this movie, and even on the disc, it does look muddy and too dark at times, and I don't really love the color palette, I think it does look head and shoulders better than its streaming version. And while this disc is a little bit compressed, the Disney Plus stream is way more compressed. So if you're looking for the best visual quality, you're going to want to go to the physical disc of Black Panther Wakanda Forever. And the details here, it looks crisp, it looks clear, it looks like a movie that was shot for like $250 million. It's going to look strong here, and while it's not the best looking disc in the MCU, it is a strong looking one, and I was not complaining about the visuals whatsoever while I was watching this. For audio on Black Panther Wakanda Forever, we have Dolby Atmos, and it's fantastic. And it's fantastic, but it's just kind of an average Dolby Atmos mix. Disney's Dolby Atmos mixes are usually pretty lackluster, and this is one of them. It's just right there in the middle of the road. It doesn't do the movie any great services. It doesn't make it stand out in any way. It's just right there in the middle of the road. You can always hear what's going on, but it didn't make my speaker system boom very much. It wasn't that immersive, and a film that has this high of a budget and has this great of music and sound effects and score and everything, you'd expect that audio track to be a little bit stronger, but unfortunately, it just wasn't here, and it's just fine. That's all I can say about it. It's a typical Marvel Disney Dolby Atmos track. You've seen it 1,000 times and you'll see it 1,000 more. They're never going to put too much effort into it. So would I recommend you pick up Black Panther Wakanda Forever on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray? I'm going to say wait for a sale on it. this is the best way to watch this film, but it's not worth $30, $35 if you can just watch the stream. Wait till it comes down to 20 or 25, and then that's where your value is really going to be packed in there. And unless you're doing an MCU binge before Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania, I think just stick with watching it on stream or just wait. It's a 2.5 hour movie. It's sometimes hard to get through, especially with how depressing it is. So just wait for it to go on sale. You'll be much better served, and then I would recommend you pick it up. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked what you see here, you can check us out on Facebook or Instagram, and like, comment, and subscribe if you so choose. My name is Parker Reed. You've been watching PR Media. Keep supporting physical media, and I'll see you next time. Thanks, guys.